Oh. Oh, I was about to say, how the fuck are they supposed to read it? I was gonna say, how are they supposed to read this? Yeah, they have a Japanese version. I was like, what the fuck? How are they supposed? Yeah, great apology. All right, so we have a little thing going on with the Assassin's Creed, with Ubisoft. All right, we have a little thing going on with Ubisoft, and they came out and apologized. I think they said they have a message for our Japanese community. I don't really know what it's about, but I thought I'd make a video on it. So let's go ahead and read what the fuck this is about. To our esteemed Japanese community, a message from the Assassin's Creed Shadows development team. First, we want to express our heartfelt thanks for all your support for the Assassin's Creed series, which is now on its own history spanning almost 20 years. Over this time, we have explored various settings, time periods, and characters from an assassin's during the Third Crusade to a Viking in 9th century England, and countless more. For many of our team, creating an Assassin's Creed game set in feudal Japan has been a long cherished dream. Okay, that would be nice. That'd be fucking phenomenal. Since the announcement of Assassin's Creed Shadows, we have received many positive reactions, but also some criticism, including from you, our Japanese players. We share your passion for history and deeply respect your care for the historical and cultural integrity of your rich heritage. We would like to address a few points to clarify our intentions and creative decisions. Okay, let's go ahead and see. Overall authenticity efforts. We have put significant effort into assuring our immersive and respectful representation of feudal Japan. Okay, meaning they're trying to correctly represent Japan and its cultural and setting, rather than kind of getting it wrong and then maybe Japanese players taking it in a way of, you know, like, oh, disrespect or something. Don't really know how that works. However, our intention has never been to present any of our Assassin's Creed games, including Assassin's Creed Shadows, as factual representations of history or historical characters. Instead, we aim to spark curiosity and encourage players to explore and learn more about the historical setting we get inspired by. Okay. Assassin's Creed Shadows is first and foremost designed to be an entertaining video game that tells the compelling historical fiction set in feudal Japan. So I think the point of this page, just specifically this page, is to tell not just the entire community of Assassin's Creed, but just specifically the Japanese community that plays the game and likes the game and are looking forward to Assassin's Creed Shadows, is to tell them that they're not gonna incorrectly kind of form a game that's not based on the cultural, and that's completely wrong. Our team extensively collaborated with external consultants, historians, researchers, and internal teams at Ubisoft Japan to inform our creative choices. Dude, that's really, yeah, so they're really taking the effort here to go behind scenes and actually learn the setting and cultural and correct design on Japan and how to make this game correct and not kind of go out and just completely make it fucking horrible. Despite these sustained efforts, we acknowledge that some elements in our promotional materials have caused concern within the Japanese community. For this, we sincerely apologize. All game footage presented so far is in development, and the game will keep evolving until launch. Based on the constructive criticism we have received, we will continue our efforts until we put this game into your hands and beyond. We also want to clarify that while we have been consulting with many people throughout the development process, they are in no way responsible for the decisions that are taken by the creative teams in the interests of gameplay and entertainment. They are in no way responsible for the decisions that are taken by the creative teams. Okay, got it. Okay. Creative liberties and historical inspirations. While we thrive for ethnicity in everything that we do, Assassin's Creed games are works of fiction inspired by real historical events and figures. From its inception, the series has taken creative license and incorporated fantasy elements to craft engaging and immersive experiences. The representation of Yasuke, I think that's how you pronounce it, Yasuke, in our game is an illustration of this. His unique and mysterious life made him an ideal candidate to tell an Assassin's Creed story with the setting of feudal Japan as a backdrop. Okay, I like that. So they're really trying to really go into depth to get this correct, because it's based on Japan and it's based on a completely different cultural and a completely different kind of setting. They're really gonna go into depth here and express how much they're doing to get this game to the perfect idea or ideal game of Assassin's Creed, right? While Yasuke is depicted as a samurai in Assassin's Creed Shadows, we acknowledge that this is not a matter of debate and discussion. We have woven this carefully into our narrative, and with our other lead character, the Japanese shinobu Naiu, who is equally important in the game, our dual protagonists provide players with different gameplay styles. We greatly value your feedback and encourage you to continue sharing your thoughts. Respectfully, while we understand that meeting everyone's expectations is very difficult, we sincerely hope that when Assassin's Creed Shadows launches on November 15th, players in Japan and around the world will appreciate the dedication, effort, and passion we have poured into it. Okay, so this was literally just a message to, like I said, not just community, but specifically Japan players, to say that we are not gonna fuck up the game. We might fuck up the game on certain aspects and non-cultural to Japan, but we're gonna really try to not fuck up the game on this cultural setting, and we're gonna really go into depth on to make sure that this game is perfect for everyone, and specifically the Japanese players, so they don't feel that the game was poorly made and represented a bad version of Japan. Because in my opinion, if I'm a Japanese player and I saw a game that poorly represented my culture and my setting, I'd feel disrespectful. I'd feel like, damn, this is what people that have never seen Japan might think of the game, and I don't want that on my, on the place that I live in. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's something. I don't want these people to feel that my country is just completely fucking just like horrible or illustrated wrong. Look, in my opinion, I really just think they're trying to because they've gotten alleged of fucking as much shit as Blizzard, basically. And I think this might just be like a fucking coping mechanism to cope that everyone that works there is fucking white and they're not very diverse in their games. So what they're trying to do here is put out a Japanese game to kind of cope with what they've done. But I mean, hey, what are you gonna do, right? It's just how it is. I think that what they're doing here is fine, and I'm liking the message that they put out here. But what did I just El Mayo? What? What? Yeah, but I think it's all alright over here. I think at the end of the day, I think maybe this might just be a fucking mechanism that they're doing to kind of show, to trying to put out. They're just like, yo, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Panic button, panic. Japanese game. I think that they just don't really care about making a good story. They kind of just they're kind of making it based on what looks okay for the community. What makes them look good for the community? What makes them look good after, I won't go there. I won't go there. But you know what I mean? They're not actually gonna. I think that this is great, and I think that if their actual idea here is to make a great story game, they don't give a fuck about nothing else, I think this will be a great game. But they're building it on a very unstable foundation based on the past here, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to come back here and then be like, oh, we're very diverse, we're releasing a Japanese game, oh, we're trying to make it as best as possible. But no, you just want to make yourself look good, and I'm kind of just like, I've gone into what y'all seen before. It's kind of just like, oh, this is very nice, this is very good what they're doing here, and I like this. But now I'm going into the actual real shit of just damn, I think they're just trying to cope with with the community not really fucking with them anymore, not really liking them anymore. You know what I mean?